Hey guys, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. As you know, I am on a journey to lose some weight after years and years of overeating. So basically, I'm just trying to train my body to know how much to eat instead of just acting on every single food impulse that I have. It's not going to be the cleanest, meanest diet on YouTube, but there's plenty of that out there. I do not follow any particular diet, nor do I want to. I'm just trying to make sure that I get the proper amount of calories in a day versus how many I actually want to eat. So let's get started. For breakfast this morning, I'm going to be kind of doing a BLT type sandwich, avocado toast, whatever you want to call it. I did already have my espresso. I've showed you that twice now, so nothing exciting to see there. So I am going to have a lemon water. Can you believe that this is my third What I Eat in a Day and I haven't had a lemon water? I'm surprised YouTube hasn't strucken me down. But anyways, I try to drink lemon water, not for any health purposes, I just enjoy lemon water. But the thing is, I'll always buy lemons and then they go bad. So what I've started doing is just cutting up lemons so that I have it in my fridge ready to throw in water. But for my actual kind of BLT, the bread that I'm using is this authentic sourdough rye. It's not the lightest, I bought it for another recipe, so I'm gonna use that. Then my Lou's smoked back bacon, which I've mentioned before, is a nice lean protein source. I have these, I made the kofta recipe that I made in my first recipe, What I Eat in a Day video. I made that again this week and I bought cherry tomatoes this time, so I'm just gonna grab some tomatoes out of that. And then I am gonna put a little avocado on it. This is a pre-made avocado, or sorry, a pre-made kind of guacamole mix. Similar to the lemon situation, I always buy avocados and then they're hard and then they go bad and then I'm annoyed. So this has quite clean ingredients in there. It's basically just like avocado. It's not super liquidy and sad and flavorless like a lot of pre-made guacamoles, and I like it that it is portioned for me. If you are more comfortable with using avocados, then absolutely you can go that route. I'm gonna use half of this. One portion of this is 100 calories and about 9 grams of fat. I use these for tacos as well. That's why I had them in my fridge. I've actually never put it on toast, but that's what I'm gonna do today. So you can see like there's chunks of avocado in there. Like obviously fresh avocado would be better, but this is about just as close. And sometimes for me it's about convenience over like making things from scratch, because if it comes down to that, a lot of the time I won't actually do it. So this is something that I know I like and I know is portioned and I know is pretty good. So here is breakfast. That water did have ice in it at one point, but it's since melted because that frying pan took so long to cook the bacon, but I'm really excited about this. It looks so good. I haven't had kind of like I call it a BLT. I mean, there's no lettuce, so it's more of a BAT. Yeah, it's more of a bat, but it looks pretty delish. So it is about mid-morning and I'm feeling a little bit peckish. I was gonna have strawberries and mango, but my mangoes are not ripe yet, so I'm having strawberries and kiwis. I find of the majority of the fruits, strawberries are one of the most filling, especially if I have it like that mango and strawberry granola that I showed you, or if I have it in oatmeal. I just find it a really filling fruit. So I'm gonna have some fruit and I've been drinking water. I wanted to just mention this because I did get like a metally straw thing and it's a little bit weird at first to drink from. Today's my first day using it. Got it from Amazon, but it's a little bit less wasteful, I guess, than plastic straws. I don't know. At the end of the day, if this goes into a landfill. Anyways, that's a whole other story. But yeah, have been drinking water. I feel like that's kind of a given, but I'm gonna have some fruit. Moving on to lunch, my friends. It really looks not that exciting and appetizing. It looks much better the day you cook it, but this is a meal prep item. I do meal prep every Sunday, and it is just such a good way to stay on track, to save time, save dishes. It's wonderful. So some of my meals are more exciting, some of them are less exciting. This actually tastes quite good, but just doesn't look that fun. So I'll show you how I meal prepped this the other day. So in a large wok, I'm cooking some extra lean ground beef, and then I'm adding in cremini mushrooms and shiitake mushrooms. I absolutely love mushrooms. They're a really good way to bulk up a meal, in my opinion. Then adding in some soy sauce and honey. You can also do garlic, sriracha, hoisin, whatever you're feeling. It's a really flexible recipe. Once everything's almost all cooked, I added my green peas because I don't want them to get too mushy. You could even do it completely after the fact if you're doing this as meal prep, and it holds up really well in the fridge. So for YouTube's sake, I'm gonna dirty a big spoon just so I can spoon this out and take a picture of it for my thumbnail. But normally I would just eat it out of this container. I use basmati, which isn't really traditional, I guess, for more like soy saucy food. I don't know. I don't want to call it like Chinese or Asian even, because it's not. I just used soy sauce. But basmati is my favorite kind of rice. I find it is the most flavorful. But I really do like this lunch. It's super easy. You can add whatever veg you want. I have the mushrooms and peas in there, which is a really great combination. You could also do it with ground chicken, ground turkey. We just used beef because we use a lot of ground chicken and ground turkey, so just kind of wanted to mix it up. But this is a super easy meal, really portable. My boyfriend takes it for lunch. I have it for lunch all the time, and it's quite satisfying. And I really like the sweetness of the honey. I always try and think, like, there's a Chinese restaurant here in Toronto. They have like a honey crispy beef, and obviously this is nowhere near as delicious as that is, but that is just a monstrosity for your body, I would assume. So this has honey and soy sauce in it there, so at least it's slightly reminiscent of that dish. So that's what I'm gonna have for lunch. So it's time for a little mid-afternoon snack. I'm feeling like having something salty, so I'm gonna have some pistachios. These are salted and roasted, but pistachios and nuts are the devil in the sense that they can build up really quickly. So it's like you grab a handful of like innocent pistachios or whatever, and it ends up being so high in fat. Good fats, clean fat, but fat nonetheless. So I am gonna weigh mine. 20 grams of shelled pistachios. I'm also gonna have a Coke Zero, and it's just a really nice kind of afternoon pick-me-up. I totally stopped eating them, but then I was like, oh, I can just eat them in moderation. Like, I kind of do this all or nothing thing sometimes where I'm like, I can't have a million of them, why would I eat it then? But I'm like, just don't have a million, like have a few. And they're super salty and crunchy and delicious and satisfying. So for dinner tonight, I'm gonna be having kind of like a pulled pork sandwich, I guess, but it is with pulled chicken. This is a meal prepped item, and it is so incredibly easy to meal prep, really customizable. I've done it with pork, I've done it with beef, today it's with chicken. So you can put it on a sandwich, on a salad, in a wrap, on nachos. You can do basically whatever you want with it. So I will show you how I prepped it. So this recipe is incredibly easy. I make some variation of it just about every week, every second week. I have chicken breasts, onions, and tomatoes in there, along with garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, salt and pepper, along with some mustard, maple syrup, and barbecue sauce. And yes, my shirt is covered in cat hair. This is real life, people. But I'm doing this on a Saturday, and then we meal prep on Sunday. So when we wake up Sunday morning, everything's completely done. You just mix it up, put the lid on, and it's incredibly easy. You can put any meats, spices, vegetables, whatever you want. Then this is kind of an added step. I wanted to give you some kind of background information, but I write down everything I put in the crock pot, split up the servings, and add that recipe to my Fitness Pal. So then during the week I can easily add that into my calculations of counting my calories. That's an added step. You obviously don't have to. And then the next morning I'm just shredding up the chicken, add it to the fridge, and I'm good to go. So for the actual sandwich itself, I like to put on some extra barbecue sauce and a little bit of mayo. My boyfriend does cheese. You can kind of do whatever you want, and I'm having spinach on the side. It's the same way that I cooked it for my What I Eat in a Day #1, and this is just a really simple dinner. And what I like about it is that although the chicken is cooked in the crock pot and it doesn't have a ton of texture, I then toast my bun. So as I've mentioned before, I need texture, I need flavor, I can't just have everything be mushy. So it's a really easy way to prep something simple, but then you can kind of do whatever you want with it. I'm using just like plain hamburger buns. Obviously it'd be better if I used something better, but where we get our groceries delivered from Walmart, for convenience sake, this is just the easiest for me. A little extra BBQ. I'm gonna stop putting barbecue sauce in the crock pot because I find you really can't taste it. I'd rather add it after. So those are my sandwiches. Yes, I'm having 2. And then on the side, I'm gonna have my spinach, which this is just, as I mentioned, the same as another video that I've done, and it's cooked. There's nothing to it. Like, I cooked it with water, but there's so much spinach here, and it's just easier and faster than eating a salad, and I enjoy it more. And then I'm gonna put some pickles, because I'm a huge pickle person. I love pickles, and I find they're like so salty and satisfying. Obviously the sodium is quite high, but they are really satisfying. So that is my dinner. So to end off my evening, we have another low-calorie ice cream in the game. This is from Cool Way. They are a Canadian brand, so I'm pretty sure you can only find it in Canada, but I will link to them down below. And it has 360 calories in a tub, 28 grams of protein in the tub. It's a lower sugar as well. There is a little bit of stevia in there, 90 calories in a serving, and it's great. I'm having the salted caramel one tonight. I think it is my favorite of all of them, but all of them that I have tried are really good. I definitely think the cookies and cream of this line is better than the cookies and cream of Halo Top. But yeah, really, really like this. It's a good option. I'm happy that there's more options in Canada now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this most recent What I Eat in a Day. I have plenty more to come, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!